and so is your skin. Welcome to the Summer Skin Guide, your go-to podcast for all about sun, skincare and staying radiant throughout this season. Today we have Dr. Uktra Namshum and we are diving deep into the summer skincare. So doctor, what are the most common skin issues and problems we face in summers?
Well, now that summer is here, there are quite a few skin issues that people do face. Let's start with oily skin to begin with, oily skin and acne. As temperature rises, it does increase the production of oil from your sebaceous or oil glands. So now once all of this oil that's produced by your oil glands get mixed with makeup, dirt, etc., there's a lot of build-up over there, then that leads to acne, etc. So that's one of the skin issues I do see during summer. The other one is, I would say, a lot of people do come and say, doctor, I've gotten so tanned. Like I've gone on a beach holiday or even during summer, I look more tanned. So that's another issue that people do face, especially because of long sun exposure, not wearing effective sunscreen. That can all cause tanning as well.
And dehydrated skin as well.
Another thing is obviously sometimes it does get a little dry initial months before humidity starts. So people do complain of dehydrated skin, dry skin issues as well. So these are some of the issues that I do face with patients coming in during summer.
Yeah, so as mentioned, the four most common problems we face are acne, oily skin, tanning, dehydrated skin. So as you mentioned about oily and acne skin, so what are the treatments for that?
Well, let's start with oily skin and acne prone skin. So during summer, like I said, your skin does become a bit more oily and there are a few more breakouts than usual. So basic skincare routine is very essential. If you do have oily skin, I would say use cleansers that have a bit of salicylic acid that will control your oil production. Also use oil-free moisturizers. That's very important. But saying that, a person with oily skin does need moisturizer. A lot of people think because there's oil production already, I don't need moisturizer. They do still need hydration. Another important thing is use gel-free sunscreens. Using very thick sunscreen can sometimes exacerbate acne.
So liquid-based sunscreen.
Gel-based.
Gel-based.
Yes. So now if you're thinking about treatments in the clinic, the basic treatment I would suggest something like a hydrofacial. So hydrofacial is there's no downtime for it, painless. It's just a sort of vacuum suction that actually pulls out all the gunk from within your skin. So basically when you have clogged pores with excess amount of sebum, oil, dirt and makeup, all of this can be removed with suction that is within the hydrofacial machine. At the same time, it will exfoliate your skin so that you have brighter, youthful looking skin. And if you have obviously a bit of dehydrated skin, it also pumps in a lot of hyaluronic acid to give you a bit of plumpness and fresher looking skin over time.
Even for me, my most go-to favorite treatment is hydrofacial. It's very refreshing and cooling and hydrating to the skin. And so for sensitive skin, I guess it's good.
No, it's sensitive skin and oily acne prone skin as well, because sometimes, for example, acne prone skin, you do use a lot of harsh products as well to control acne, also for pigmentation. So hydrofacial is great for hydrating your skin and calming it down. Another great treatment for oily skin and acne prone skin is carbon peel laser. Now carbon peel laser is a non-invasive laser. There's no downtime for it and the procedure is pretty simple and quick. So initially what happens is we apply a bit of carbon peel on a person's skin and then blast it away with a laser. When the carbon particles are removed by laser, it gives a slight exfoliation to the skin and also removes all the dirt and oil that were clogging your pores. So it's great for people with oily skin, acne prone skin, clogged pores, blackheads, etc. And it also gives the skin instant glow, and evens out skin texture as well, shrinks the size of your pores and decreases oil production.
So during summers in high temperature, we often face tanning. Tanning is very common. So what are the treatments to treat tanning and sunburn?
The great question. Yes, a lot of patients I do get during summertime do complain of tanning not sunburn as much, since in India it's mostly a lot of people do tan, but especially after a holiday, you know, after they come back from a beach holiday, or if they've been abroad where they're always walking around for an extended amount of time, yes, a person can get quite excessively tan. So the first is obviously protective measures. For example, if you are planning on spending a lot of time you know,
in sun,
under the sun, yes, do wear a wide brim hat,
okay,
to protect your face. Obviously sunglasses are a must, and sunscreen. Use a broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of over 30, so that you get effective sun protection. Also, if you are outside in the afternoon, do reapply your sunscreen. You can't apply sunscreen just in the morning, expect you would get sun protection throughout the day. Reapplying sunscreen is a must. So I would say protective measures are most important. Secondly, of course, if a person is coming to the clinic and they do have tan skin and they want to get rid of it quick, I do recommend a few treatments, like chemical peels would be great, that gently exfoliates the dead skin from a person's body or face, and then you get brighter, healthier looking skin. There is no downtime to it. Yes, after getting a chemical peel, a person should avoid sun, because the skin is a bit sensitive when you have newer skin showing. So that's one of the you know, protection a person has to take. The other treatment I do recommend for pigmentation is Nd:YAG Q-switch laser. Now Q-switch laser is great for people with stubborn pigmentation. So what it does is it targets the melanin pigment or pigment producing cells in the body directly. So the heat kind of breaks the pigment particles, and then obviously decreases pigmentation over time. So again, this is a great treatment. There is no downtime for it. The only precaution a person has to take is, again, avoid sun exposure after you get any laser treatment.
And doctor, for dehydrated skin, how do we keep our skin hydrated during summers if it's dry?
For dry and dehydrated skin, usually I say use a good skincare routine that has hyaluronic acid and emollients, ceramides, peptides, etc. So that will help in plumping your skin. Another thing is to avoid hot showers, because that will dehydrate your skin. Drink plenty of water to keep yourself well hydrated. You can use like hydrating mists, you know, during the day to give you an extra boost of hydration. And obviously use sun protection. Sunscreen is always a must. So in-house treatments or treatments that I do recommend are good medifacials. A treatment like a hydrofacial is really good to plump up your skin, give you a boost of hydration to give you a nice glow and a brighter looking skin. Another treatment I do recommend is to get skin boosters. So skin boosters are obviously injectables, and they contain a high dose of hyaluronic acid. So once hyaluronic acid is placed within your skin, it takes in moisture and keeps it within. So then you have a brighter looking skin, plumper looking skin, and also you look well rested over time. Yes.
So I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and if you have any queries, comment down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.